Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Out here working on the Valiant and working on the studs. I did try to do some stuff with it this weekend and had some problems, so let's go over that real quick. The rear ones I could not get out. I'm still having issues with that. So they're 2-inch. The end of them are hanging out, so I'm hoping that's enough for NHRA to let us run this down the track. And here's the new one, 3-inch. As you can see, it has a real small head. It is the same thread all the way down to the end, so some people were saying something about left-handed threads, and you know, it's just a same half 20 all the way down. And what I was doing, I have this old wrench here that's been ground down. That way, as you can see on this wrench, it has a little kind of taper or something there. So long time ago I made this wrench for some reason, not sure why. I got that wrench, got another wrench on the end of it, and it just kept slipping. It wanted to round the head off. I used heat also on the end axle, and I tried heating the bolt, heating the axle. I sprayed penetrating oil on it. I tried double nutting on this side and running it back through. I can't get those things out, so I think I need an oxygen acetylene torch. I was just using some MAP gas. Either way, the rear one's going to stay on the 2-inch for now. On the front, I went ahead, since I couldn't get the rear, started working on the front, popped this out, got a new one here, ran it in, and when I ran it in, the head is bigger than the counter bore here. So what it ended up doing was making my stud come out at an angle. Called my cousin Adam, told him what was going on, asked him what he thought, whether we should take some material around like the counter bore or machine the studs. I ended up calling a friend here locally, and he took these. His name's Morgan. You can see him on Instagram, Morgan Olif. I'll put a link to that in the description. But yeah, he took these, took about 80 thousandths off. As you can see, last night when he brought them back to me, I just went ahead and popped one in. It fits perfectly. It's straight coming out this side. So tonight I'm going to work on all the fronts, get the rotors back on, get the brakes back on, and we'll just go from there. So that's the project for tonight. Not going to bother y'all with the footage for that, but I will see y'all maybe tomorrow. Okay, it's now Wednesday. Monday and Tuesday. There we go. Monday and Tuesday I worked on the lug studs. Those are all done. Back on the ground. I pulled it out yesterday, just let it run for a little bit. But anyway, it did rain, so it's still super wet outside. But me and David are going to just go around the neighborhood and just check everything out, make sure it's all good, get it up to temperature. And I seriously doubt we're going to get on the big road with the roads being wet. So anyways, we're gonna pull it out and see what happens. I've heard make this much noise. Alright, got brakes. They're grinding. All right, so we're back in the garage. There's a whining coming from the rear end, I believe. It's real hard to tell with the fuel pump noise, the exhaust noise. The fuel pump is a Bosch 044 replica, so it's noisy. And it is what it is for now. So we'll deal with it, and we're gonna, I guess, jack the back end up and turn the rear end over. I've got some stethoscopes, see if we can hear something. All right, we rotated that rear end over with the hearing things. Check the pinion, the carrier, and both the axles. I didn't hear any noise, so we're just gonna drive it a little bit, and just slow. Just trying to be safe, guys. Not hurt the car, not hurt us. Sounds terrible though. What is that?
It's spunky.
Hoppy.
I almost feel like I need to jump in the back seat.
All right, so based on what I'm hearing, I'm wondering if I set the gears up too tight. Little scratch going in the garage there, but anyways, I've checked everything I can check. It's rotating noise, but it doesn't sound like brakes, because when I hit the brakes, it doesn't change the noise of any way. I can't even talk straight, guys. I'm losing my mind right here. It's pissing me off. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go for today. I'm gonna pull the diff cover, see if I can get some backlash checked on those gears, and I might have to reset up the gears or something. I don't know. If I set those things up too tight, we get too much heat in it, it's gonna lock up on me and it's gonna be terrible. So anyways, I'm gonna keep working on this thing. Hope you guys stick with me through this. It's getting to be frustrating, but we'll see you next time. All right, so this time we got it in the garage up on the jacks, and this time we got it to mimic the noise we were hearing on the road. So ended up being somehow this brake caliper. Well, let me show you these bushings right here. One bushing was pushed out more than the other, and it was causing the rotor to rub the pin right there. And as you can see, there's some wear on this rotor right here. So we think we have it fixed. We're gonna put it back together real quick and just go around the block. Okay, another failed test drive. David had to leave, so he's got things to do, family things. But this caliper is rubbing again. The same thing that just happened before. This part of the caliper is pushing up against the mounting bracket, and this one is like further away. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm gonna have to get this tire off again, see if I can figure this thing out. Hopefully you guys can see that.
Look at there. You hear that noise? What's that noise? What is that noise? Ah, here we go again. What are you doing, buddy?
All right, so it's now Friday. Pretty disappointing week here. Been working on the car every day, and as you can see now, have the rear end diff cover off. I was checking backlash yesterday. Backlash seems fine. We just, so the week pretty much went like this. We had a we put the stud, or I put the studs in, put it back together, and then the caliper was rubbing, or the caliper pin was rubbing the rotor. So I fixed that, moved the rotor out a little bit. It's an aftermarket disc brake conversion kit. Then once I moved that out, it started hitting the rim again. So we had to clearance the rim again, and still had the noise. It didn't change at all. So I was thinking it was the rear end eating itself. Like I set the gears too tight. Checked backlash, is perfect. So now I am thinking, way back when I did the differential, the only thing I didn't do was a pinion bearing, and I think that's what got me. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get some pinion bearing stuff. I might go ahead and throw this cover on and just try to do one more drive, and I don't know, it looks like a pinion bearing issue, because we can't simulate the noise on the jack stands. We can only do it under load driving the car. So anyways, pretty disappointing week. I'm gonna continue to work on this thing, but I don't know, we'll get it. We'll get it right. I shouldn't have cut corners and not done that pinion, but here we are, gonna have to fix it. But anyway, hope you guys stick with me. We're gonna get this thing on the road soon, or more on the road and just around the block. But anyway, stick with me guys, we're gonna get this thing done. See you later.